Oh, hello. Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hold it right there, mister! Before we go forward, I need to say, a few things. One, I'm back to weekly content. I'll explain in a second. Two, going from there. It has been a little while since my last actual review video. The reason I chose this one specifically, which I did, is because this video, or this series that I found on Netflix, has to do with kind of like a mental health based kind of thing. And that's exactly where I have been and where I have not been on the channel, is because my mental health has kind of been in the ringer lately. I'm not going to go into details. We're here for this review. I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. My mental health is kind of just, kind of like a wind-up monkey lately, and I'm just slowly shutting those percussions off. And in doing that, I've been trying a few different things, exercising better, eating better, meditation, which I actually didn't even know this was a fucking thing. My mom had actually messaged me lately, and she was like, hey, so I found this cool little series on Netflix called Guide to Sleep, and I have insomnia. So I was like, okay, I'll check it out, moms. Checked it out. I was like, hey, Mom, there's another series from them about meditation. So Guide to Meditation from Headspace. This is a little series on Netflix with 8 episodes, each running about 15 to 20 minutes. Really small series. You could binge the thing in 2 hours. And before I actually talk about the series, I'm just going to say 2 things that caught my eye. 15 to 20 minute episodes, really cool topics. There's 8 episodes and they vary from how to deal with anger, how to deal with stress, how to deal with anxiety, how to be a good person to yourself, how to be kind, how to go into the future in your everyday life without thunderbolts and lightning bolts, thunderbolts, without nonsense, essentially. And when I was reading over the series and checking the dude out who's a monk, I was like, okay, I think we're in good hands here. I was going through this guy's work and checking out Headspace and everything, and I was like, all right, I'm up to the challenge. Again, there's 8 episodes, 15 to 20 minutes long, each dealing with a different with a different emotion, essentially, or different kind of theme. Yes, there are some episodes here that are 15 minutes. There's some that are 20 minutes. Each episode also has a 10-minute exercise. So basically how these things work is that they go over the theme, whether it's anxiety, stress, or anger, or whatever, for about 10 minutes. They give a brief idea of what the exercise is going to be about and what they're going to be focusing on, and the kind of the science and mental history behind that kind of is, and just the psychological value. It's very cool stuff. Along with that, not only do they have a 10-minute exercise that actually fucking helps, spoiler alert, I tried it and I was like, wow, I feel that much better, or sometimes it felt that much better. Point is, I tried these exercises, I gave it a shot, and went in there with faith, and it actually fucking helped. But along with these, they have really cool animations. And not only are they cool, they're actually soothing for the mind. Besides actually focusing on what the guy was saying and agreeing with them, and looking forward to the exercise, I was watching the animations, and I'm like, wow. I feel like they had a therapist map these out. Really, if you find yourself getting sidetracked in what the guy was saying, because sometimes it is a lot at times, and sometimes you just have to be in the right mind to go on with the series or whatever specific episode. It was the animation and art style that always brought me back to it. I could just watch the fucking art style on loop with the fucking thing muted with no subtitles, and I'd still probably enjoy it. But again, the thing that I do also want to say, which isn't necessarily positive, but it's not negative either, is just if you really want to get the full depth of it, the full message, the full value that it's offering, you really do have to go in there with a certain mindset. And I'm not saying, wait till you have a bad day or go crazy before you watch something like this, but there is a purpose behind this series. And I'm telling you, for the most part, it does work. And the reason why I'm saying for the most part is because, again, you have to go into this with the right mind. And I'm not saying you have to go into it positive, just you have to go into the series knowing what its intentions are. And it's not a matter of self-sabotage or anything like that. It's just, this is a series that is about, that is based on mental health. It is going into the studies of that and the research behind that and the history behind that. If you go into this with genuine interest, faith, and actual just actually being on its side and actually wanting to hear what it has to say, you're gonna get those answers plus really beautiful animation. If you go into this just to check it out, yeah, you'll probably get some knowledge and probably have some things where it's like, oh, well, that's cool advice. I didn't know about that. Interesting to know. But in saying this, in saying all that, this is something that you can just click on and watch and actually get genuine information that I actually found really valuable, that actually really seemed to help me. Again, I'm not going to go back to my mental health and everything like that, but I am, kind of struggling lately. And this thing, again, I know it's not therapy, but it is therapeutic. It's positive, it's enlightening, it's knowledgeable, and it seemed to work, especially the exercises. Again, one last thing too about it, which is more of a con, I guess, is that there are 8 episodes, all featuring different themes, with each 10-minute practices. And the things like, oh, you gotta practice this every day, the more you do it, the better you'll get. It's like, there are 8 10-minute exercises. That is 80 minutes each. I have to practice that every day. But hear me out. That is where your mind starts to wander. These are specifically set for different moods. There's one on anger, anxiety, stress, whatever. When you are feeling those things, it gives you that, kind of crutch where it's like, hey, you feeling this? Go back. And I'm not saying, you gotta watch the whole 20-minute episode. You can if you want to get that full, kind of introduction again. That full, hey, let's go over this first before we get into it. But the fact of the matter is, yes, they have 10-minute exercises each, all for different moods. And the catch is that you do gotta practice this every day. But whenever you do them, I mean, sure, I'm sure everyday practice will definitely give you that much more benefit. At the end of these episodes, and not just necessarily at the end, through the introductions, through what the guy is trying to tell you, opening the door leading up to those exercises and the main conclusion, I actually believed him. And again, it wasn't about sabotage. It was just, it was just mindfulness. It's just like, yeah, dude, I fucking get that. I agree. Give me more. And again, this isn't going to heal everything, but it is a healthy thing. And it is a positive thing, and it does work. And that's just my take on it. At the end of the day, reviews for this show really don't matter. It's actually kind of weird to review a series such like this. But from my personal take, who is struggling with mental health, found a lot of these things very useful and very helpful. But in saying that, at the end of the day, it's all about how your personal outlook is as an individual and going into this show. My final take, I'm going to give it a solid 7 to a 7.1 out of 10. So yes, at the end of the day, for the most part, in my opinion, it's good. I liked a lot of it. But at the end of the day, it also just depends on who you are as a person and what you want to take from this and what your expectations and outlooks are going in. I'm not going to say namaste. I'm not going to try and make myself cringe just like I did at the fucking beginning of the video. But that is going to do it, guys, for my Headspace Guide to Meditation review. Again, this was a really weird one to review. Not just that, but actually going back into a review, starting with this one. But again, guys, as we go forward, I am okay. I'm going to be okay. My mental health is a little wacky right now, but we're getting there. We're getting there. And I think that I'm ready to go back to weekly content. And I kind of scare myself saying that because I'm like, I hope you live up to it. But I really do think I'm ready. We will just see where I go with that. But we have a second video coming tonight. The Quiet Place 2 final trailer. The movie comes out in like 2 weeks. What? We're going to watch this trailer together tonight. So look forward to that. And I will see you guys in the future. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.